Hello folks, welcome to what I'm thinking is going to be the penultimate episode of Vlogmas, and as you can see, we finally have a winter wonderland. So this video is one of those ones that I wasn't sure if it was going to happen or not. Some Decembers we get snow the first weekend, other Decembers we don't get snow till nearly January. It's currently December 9th, so it's actually a couple weeks until this video is going to go up, but we had gorgeous dumping of snow on like last Sunday into Monday, and then we had some very cold weather into the lower minus teens overnight. So this video is basically going to be me riding Eve in a snowy winter wonderland. The original idea was for it to be both ponies, but Merlin has had a lighter week and I am free jumping him tomorrow, so I just want him to have a little leg stretch today. So I'm going to open up the hayfield and take Eve for a little hack. Neither of us have been on a hack since early November, and before that it was a couple of weeks. So she's really only been on one hack in the last like 6-7 weeks, and that's the same for me. Hacking in the snow is one of my favorite parts about winter, and because of how dark it is on the weekends, even when I probably should do like a dressage ride or jumping or whatever, I take advantage of when we have nice hacking weather. You can really tell I need to do some cardio work because there's not that much snow on the ground and I am huffing and puffing after walking through it. And of course, because I can't shut up, it stopped recording and I talked and I don't know where I left off. So basically, let's go on a hack with the best off-the-track thoroughbred in the world, and I hope that you enjoy spending some time in a Canadian winter wonderland with me. So I was going to do like a tack up, get ready with me, and hear that? That's the snow falling off the roof, and that's another reason why I am not riding in the arena today, because I value my life and I also value Eve's confidence. She's not the biggest fan of it. So it's been a super cold week and now it's going up to like 6 degrees today and tomorrow. Hello baby, how's my favorite girl? Do you want to go for a hack? I know you love it. Oh thanks, it's one of your favorite things, isn't it? Hi, come on, let's go for a hack. Right, come here. Oh my, this could be interesting. Yes. This hasn't been moved in Lordy knows how long. So yes, this could potentially be an interesting hack. Eve has had a bit of a lighter week. Last weekend I lunged her on Saturday and she had Sunday off. And then she was ridden Monday and Tuesday. Yesterday, which was Friday. But I went to get on her and it was colder. And Wednesday and Thursday she mostly had the days off because it was just so cold, and you know, it was the kind of temperature that I would ride in January, but where the horses are just getting used to that colder type temperature, I didn't think it was fair, especially at night when it is colder. I knew I wanted to try to hack today, so yesterday I came out and I rode her in the evening. I ended up having to get off. I got on and she immediately was like, I was like, okay, we either need to lunge or free lunge. So I did her stirrups up and I let her loose, and she was a galloping racehorse, weren't you? You had a lot of fun. Oh, I see in the distance there are some turkeys in the back. Yeah, and you see them too, don't you? You see them too, don't you? There's some turkeys, Turkey. So we're gonna go the other way. Yeah, because I don't need to end up in the snow. Although it is a soft landing, I guess. Then I got on and she was still spicy, but much more, you're fine, much more chillaxed. And yeah, I thought it was gonna be a throwaway ride just to get some energy out. Is every little twitch gonna make you twitch? Every little piece of snow falling off? You spicy monkey. It ended up being a really productive ride. We had probably 20-25 minutes of just doing walk trot to get some energy out, and then I cantered her and stayed off her back, and she was being good, so I decided to ask for some lead changes and we got them, and she was absolutely like just awesome. I'm kind of glad she hasn't sold yet because we spent so much time last winter hacking in the snow. If you go back to my videos, I tried to get her out in the snow as much as I could, whether out here in the hayfield or in the sand ring, just doing rides. We did a lot of bareback, and it's really how I think we gained our trust in one another. Merlin I probably wouldn't just take out in here after he hasn't been hacked in weeks. I would gradually start, you know, start in the sand ring and then that kind of thing. But because Eve is just, she loves hacking. One of the ways that I try to make it through winter without going into a seasonal depression, because I haven't talked much about it, but in the past I have had some pretty severe mental health issues, and it's gotten better as I've gotten older and gained just, you know, as I've mentally matured, but also as I've gained some better coping mechanisms and things like that. November, December, January can be quite tough months for me with like seasonal affective disorder. Yeah, one of the ways that I try to help myself get through that is just by spending as much time out in this field as I can. Eve, like, she just loves hacking so much, and I really feel that once the winter starts, they can get a little ring sour, because depending on the winter, sometimes we don't get much hacking at all. I remember winter of 2020, like right before the pandemic, we only got about a week and a half of nice hacking out here with snow that wasn't icy. So right now it's a nice kind of small coating of snow, and there's no ice underneath, so it's safe to go for little walks. And I actually feel that it would be okay to go for a little trot, maybe even a canter. Most of the horses here are barefoot, so they actually have pretty good traction. If they were shod, even with studs, I probably wouldn't. But anyways, I digress as usual, ADHD brain. Normally I tend to start going into kind of a seasonal mental health dip around this time of year, because I live away from my family, so I don't have that pre-Christmas family time. I normally get to my family just a couple of days before Christmas, but I've actually been finding that keeping myself busy with doing Vlogmas and just trying to enjoy the weather and, you know, thinking of some fun, silly things to just spend time with the horses. And it's been wonderful spending more time with Natalie and just hanging out with friends. It's really been helping. So I haven't been in as much of a dip mental health wise so far this year as I tend to be sometimes. And I'm sensing that she wants to trot, so I'm gonna let her trot a little bit. And this is actually good because the snow will kind of make her work a bit, good girl, work a bit more. So she'll get a nice workout without necessarily needing to be out for, you know, 40 minutes. You steady now. Good girl. I actually feel really good with this ground. We might be able to have a CANTER after all, if you could keep like this. Last night she was just, oh my god. But it's interesting because when she used to be hyper, like this time last year and even early 2023, because she was less consistent in the contact, she would be hyper and against the bit. Hyperness would result in tension because she was kind of against the contact, versus now she's much more accepting of the contact and will go into a nice, like, she's not connected here, but she's on the bit, so I can let her kind of go a little bit more and still feel secure. Now she's going for a little stretch. There. Good girl. Yeah, you're okay. Good girl. How pretty is this, huh? Good job. Now what did you see over here that you spooked at? Huh? You're all right. It's just birds. There's a flock of birds in the trees over there, and we're a little unsure of it, aren't we? Something I find really interesting is it's incredible how much just spending a lot of time riding in an open space can improve your confidence riding, but also more specifically your confidence with a specific horse. I think I've said it before in previous videos, but before I started riding here, you know, I had been riding for over 20 years, but I didn't have much experience going for like long trail rides and riding extensively outside of an arena, because I grew up in the hunter jumper world, and the boarding barns that I rode at didn't really have trails. And we did a lot of like trail riding and stuff when I was in pony club, but I was on like bomb-proof school ponies. It's just been this last few years that I've really gotten confident riding in a big open space, and it's just through steady exposure. This time last year, if Eve would have spooked like that, it was a super minor spook, but I would have let tension creep in, and now I just laugh it off. Just goes to show that the most confident of riders, of which I am not, it might seem like I am with some of the stuff that I do. The things that I do are through preparation and setting my horses up for success. Bravery and confidence, I think, and this is something that Boyd Martin said, in the masterclass that I watched is that fearlessness and bravery are two very different things. Fearlessness can be recklessness and stupidity, versus bravery is confidence built through preparation and practice and just slow, steady exposure. All right, let's do a little trot. Oh, okay, we're cantering. Didn't ask for that, but that's okay. Steady. Now we gotta stay slow. Now I find she really responds well to like leg pressure. Like if I squeeze my knees, she'll slow down really lovely. Now we're not going too fast. Yes, ma'am. No. That's where we start getting strong, is when we trot. Steady. Steady. The only difference between going for little rips in the snow versus not is my turns are a lot bigger, my circles are a lot bigger. I don't let her go as fast. The smaller circle you do, the more likely you are to slip. Good girl. And this is actually such a good workout for her too. Yeah, see? You tired? Good girl. So for Christmas or Black Friday, I treated myself to Equilab Premium because it's normally like $130 Canadian a year, and it was on sale 50% off. And one of the features, I don't know if it's just a feature of the new app or whatever, but you actually get a little widget on the screen that tells you the things that I used to like have to open my phone up to see. So I can see time, breakdown of time by gait, distance, and number of transitions. Now, what do we think? Do we want to be brave and go down into here? Or will I sorely regret it? Are you gonna be a brave girl? It's up to you. If you want to go down, you can, but I'm not gonna pressure you. That's a girl. You want to go? No? Okay. That's fine. What a good girl. And see, that's the kind of thing that, like, you know, my shift in horsemanship has allowed me to accept. Like, there would have been a time where if I wanted to go down in there, I would have made her go. She stopped, she evaluated the situation. She said, no, Mom, I don't really want to go down there. And I said, okay. Good girl. There we go. She still struggles a little bit this way to pick up the correct lead. And this is where she's a little strong. So I'm just trying to establish some relaxation before I let her go larger. And it's interesting because it's a real, there we go. Nice, soft. It's a really fine balance between taking a half halt and staying soft. That's something that she's really taught me, which I'm very grateful for, and how like individual half halts are way more effective than giving them something to like pull against almost. Now you can trot whenever. There we go. Good girl. So you see there that she was a bit strong at the start because she was tense into the transition, but she settled really nicely. If I sit for a few strides and do one decent half halt on the outside rein, she's like, oh, okay, and she tends to slow down. Like a week or two, oh, I don't know if you saw that, but Merlin just got after his buddy. Merlin, that's not nice. So yeah, half halt on the outside to slow her down, but also kind of subtle, like I'm playing the piano with my inside fingers to keep her connected and soft. I'm letting her go a little bit quicker here because I know the ground is nice. But then I'm gonna sit, 1, 2 half halts, wiggle with my inside fingers, and we soften again. Good girl. And this is the difference, is that she can be quick and hyper, but soft at the same time, which is very different from last year. Which is why I feel confident and comfortable letting her canter out here. And she's tiring too, so even though she's going faster, I know that the minute I hint whoa, she'll whoa. All right, one more rip and then we'll whoa. Careful. There we go. Good girl. I don't know about you, miss, but I think that's a pretty good workout. I try to end every ride, no matter where I am, on as much of a like stretchy trot as I can. And she's actually really good at it this way. But you can see the difference in her from when I got on, how hyper she was to now how just, yeah, how relaxed and happy she is. Good. Good job, lady. No, you don't need to have some grass. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed coming along on this ride with this beautiful winter wonderland view. I'm actually going to finish the video once I have her cooled out. So I'm very pleased and happy with how good she was. So according to Equilab, we've been riding for 37 minutes, 20 minutes of walk, 9 minutes of trot, and 7 minutes of canter, and 5.8 kilometers. Not bad, madame. Not bad at all. Oh my God, this is hilarious. So Merlin has this obsession with this tree that's in his field. Oh, that's shaky. And he'll like stand there and scratch his bum, and oh my God, I look rough. This is the winter attire. It's not the most graceful, but it keeps me warm. And Eve was just cooling out. She got a little bit sweaty. And even though she only did like, I think 8 minutes of trot, 7 minutes of canter, just the going through the snow takes a lot more effort. So got a good workout, and I'm super happy. And I think she's happy too. So I hope you enjoyed coming on a fun snowy little hack with me and Eve. I'm glad that I went when I did and didn't wait until after I had done the stalls, because within an hour after I got off, it got sunny and warm and the ground started to soften and the snow started to become slush. Yeah, I definitely had perfect timing. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to comment down below. Hit the like button because it really does help me out. And if you want to see more, consider hitting the subscribe button. We are so close to 500 subscribers. It's insane, which is crazy to me. I never thought that many people would be interested in following mine and Merlin's journey. And yeah, I'm just really appreciative of all the love and support that I've received over this Vlogmas period. And if I'm still making videos next year, which I hope that I will be, I think that I might try Vlogmas again because it hasn't been as intense as I thought it would be. I've really been enjoying the process of creating and thinking of these videos. So I will see you in 48 hours with another video. And until then, I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are. Bye!